picked up. Yes, we can have the microphone down at the front. Yep. Oh, no. Hello? Yes, sir. There you go, pass that along. First couple, Vinny, then we'll go around the room. Okay.
Jurgen, ahead of such a big game, can I first of all get your reaction to Sergio Conceição saying this afternoon that sometimes you are the best team in the world?
When was that?
Just a few hours ago, 3 o'clock this afternoon.
So, what did he say exactly? I don't. We are the best team in the world.
He said sometimes he feels that you are the best team in the world. He likes the way you play, the style of play, when you've got the ball, when you don't have the ball, the intensity that you show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when sometimes we are really good. Let me say it like this. That's true. Hopefully we can show it again, and maybe I can understand a little bit why he says that. There are moments after we win the ball, or moments before we win the ball, or moments when the boys are doing some things, then it looks really, really good. That's the truth. But yeah, that's pretty much all. And yeah, it's a compliment, probably. Man, as a compliment, and but we still know that we have a really tough job to do tomorrow. And probably he said that as well, that he believed in their chances. They're still believing in their chances and stuff like that. Did he say that?
He did.
Okay, then it's all good. Yeah.
When we look at the spirit then within your squad and the drive within your squad to get to where you are at this point in the season, we see these mini battles like Trent and Andy Robertson with assists, Mo Salah and Sadio Mane fighting it out for the Golden Boot. I just wonder how beneficial are those kind of inter-squad rivalries in helping with that drive, that spirit within the squad?
It's nice to have these kind of very positive stories. Of course, that's really nice, but it's normal in a successful team that you have these stories. And the boys are really, let me say, they like each other a lot. And so it's a good atmosphere in the team, obviously, but that's completely normal. I don't think Sadio and Mo really have a competition. They just only score, if possible, as often as possible. With Robbo and Trent, I know it's slightly different, but they are probably most surprised that they have so many assists already before the season. Both of them wouldn't have thought that, so that's cool. Yeah, it's how I said, so far a very positive season, of course. That's why we are here. But we are not here to celebrate our situation. We are actually here to go to the next round, and because the season is not finished, and we can in this competition we can, and we have to fight really hard. Porto won all their games, home games so far, and I know that we were really dominant in the home game, but not only because we get at least 2 players back, as well because the atmosphere in the stadium will be, of course, more Porto dominated. That's clear. They will try to have a kickstart in the game, really immediately being in. So, and that's what I think about, and not how good our season was until now, because that's something you can really think about after the season, not now.
Okay, last one, Vinny, and then unless you just want to pass it back. Sorry. Yeah, go to the gentleman there, and then we'll go to the 2 over there, and the
Em
UK
português,
guys will...
pergunta em português.
Yes. Come. Yes.
Boa tarde, Klopp. Bruno Andrade, da Gol.com Brasil. O Liverpool tem criado nos últimos anos uma identificação muito forte com os jogadores brasileiros. Teve lá o Felipe Coutinho, agora tem Alisson, tem Fabinho, tem Roberto Firmino, todos jogadores de alto nível.
Lucas Leiva.
Sim, jogadores de qualidade de seleção brasileira. O que, na sua opinião, tem o jogador brasileiro de diferente? Aquilo que você vê neles de diferente?
I'm 51 years old, and as old as I am, I'm always world-class Brazilian players all over the place, if you want, all over the world. I said it already, my father always told me, whatever the people will say in the future, Pelé was the best. Yeah, and but it's all nothing to do with that. When I came in, Lucas Leiva was already at Liverpool, Phil Coutinho was already at Liverpool, and Bobby Firmino was already there as well. Now we brought in Fabinho and Alisson, of course, but it's not because they're Brazilians, it's because they are really, really, really good players. That's the only reason. And Cheetah, has a really good side together. But in a crazy football country where the pressure couldn't be higher on a coach, I don't think it's a pure joy to be coach in Brazil in a club football, and maybe not in international football because the pressure is that big. But the footballers there are really good and have a good generation. So that's it.
Okay, yeah. Gentleman at the back with the microphone.
Mr. Klopp, with a 2-0 advantage from the first leg, with a 2-0 advantage from the first leg, will you choose to put your team playing heavy metal as usual, or you are going to choose some elevator music to quiet Porto down?
I don't know yet. No, that's not. Sorry, I'm sometimes really strange that there's one football question I don't answer. That's really not nice. But what we do tomorrow, we thought we show on the pitch, and not in the press conference.
Okay, yeah. Gentleman here with the microphone.
Mr. Klopp, Igor Gonçalves, 0-0 from Portugal. Against in the first leg, Porto made a little surprise tactical adjustment with Maxi a little bit on the inside and Corona doing all the wing. You expect Sérgio Conceição to do something like that again, or another kind of surprise? What do you think about the match? Because they need to score against you, and in the previous 3 matches that you play against Porto of Conceição, you didn't suffer any goal.
Oh, that's good news. I expect Pereira and Pepe to play, to be honest. That makes Militao free for the right fullback. That gives... It's not a big chance to play them with 5 in the back, I would say, but I don't know. To be honest, it's if Corona can play, I think this wing is the position occupied as well. So 2 strikers for 2 offensive, very direct, very front-footed, I would say. That's what we expect. We saw, obviously, of course, in the preparation for the game, we saw, for example, both Rome games. And the start here at home after losing the first game 2-1, yeah, that was quite lively. I would say that was immediately clear. Okay, today that will be different, and that's what we expect. It's not too much about lineups. It's okay. How can I know how Conceição will line up? I have no idea. But a few things we prepared in the session this morning. We tried to be prepared for it, and at the end, how always you have to learn from the game. You should be, but we are late in the season. Most of the systems we played against, nothing can be, hopefully not be really new for us. So we should be able to adapt to it. But on the other hand side, we have to play football by ourselves, and that's what we try to do. That's what we always did when we played away, and we have to do it here as well.
Okay, we'll go to James Pearce next.
Jurgen, does it help you as a manager preparing for this game, the fact that you've come here as a squad relatively recently and had such an emphatic win as you did last February?
Not really. I don't like. In the preparation for that game, I didn't like the last game. But I said that already before the last game because just it was really strange. The first 2 goals were just okay. I would say the first goal at least was really good play, but in the end, Sadio had harder shots on target and was not in, and that ball was in. Second goal was really good play, fantastic finish from Millie, and then Mo finished it off from the post. Really top goal, and then 3 counter-attacking goals, and really good. Until we were 2-0 up, and even after being 2-0 up, it was a completely open game. But that's how it is. You don't remember things like this. But we only face the result, and that's 5-0 here and stuff like that. But we know, and I saw that in the first game, that my players are not silly. They don't misunderstand things like this. Porto is a really good football team, and we were really good in the first leg now. That's not about being surprised or whatever, that they surprised us, we surprised them. We were just really good. So that's important, and we have to be good tomorrow again. We have to play really at our limit 100% and not try to come through somehow, because you cannot stand then the power what they can create here. I was here for a derby, Porto against Lisbon, years and years ago. Yeah, I'm sure in Germany we think we only have derbies in Germany. In England we think we have only derbies in England, and now we come to Portugal and see that derby. That's loud as well. I have to say that's that you can. That's really big games, and they know how to influence a game, and the crowd, they know how to influence an opponent, and we have to be ready for this atmosphere, and that's what we try.
Okay. And just in terms of Joe Gomez, is his fitness now at a level where he could make his comeback tomorrow night, and how important could he be having someone of his calibre available for the last month of the season?
Maybe, yeah, fitness level is just getting better and better and better and better. That's, of course, if it's there that he should start and play 90 minutes in a Champions League game, I'm not sure, but it's not no reason to think about it. But can he come on whenever he's needed? I would say yes. Yes, that should be possible, and that's the most important thing for us. So, and having a player with the quality of Joe, remember what a season he played until he got injured. That was incredible, and so we are really happy that he's now on that level. He's here with us, and what we do with that situation we will see tomorrow.
Okay, Charlie at the front, then we've got a few more at the back, and if there's any more,
you touched on it a minute ago, but how much of a warning is it to the players, but maybe the fans, that you're playing a team that lost the first leg, but beat a very good Roma team? They got those 2 goals they needed to. Does that illustrate what a powerful team you're going to face tomorrow?
Look, we have no problem with it. But what we created in the 3.5 years since I'm in, that I say that the boys believe that I tell them the truth in the analyze. I don't make teams bigger than they are. I don't make them smaller than they are. I don't. If they Man City and I say, oh, they have no clue about football, and we play against, I don't know, whoever, then they say it's the best team in the world. We really analyze for us is really on point. So that's what we want. So that's why there's no risk that we have to convince the boys again. Say, by the way, Porto is really good, because we know it already. We had the analyze meeting this morning, so we were sitting together 45 minutes roundabout talking about this team, and it was only a part of was our first game. The other part was actually really the Roma second leg against Rome, when they played here against them, and we played Rome, and they can be really uncomfortable as an opponent, but I didn't see a real chance for them that night. Porto was really in charge of that game, and that was good. So we should be prepared, but we still have to play.
Okay, gentlemen, who's got the microphone? I'm going to finish with Gibbo. If there's any others, please get my attention before we finish.
Mr. Klopp, Ricardo Leste from 00 Portugal. Sergio Conceição told to the Portuguese media in the last league match that Porto's championship is the Portuguese league. So I ask you, which competition Liverpool wants the most, the Champions League or the Premier League?
Oh, that's a very... I never heard that question before. Really, he has to answer a question like this, because I thought I'm the only poor manager in the world who has to answer this question. He gets the question ask this question. Conceição, somebody asked him, what would you prefer, winning the Champions League or winning the Portuguese league? That's what somebody asked him.
Yeah, he told us, to the Portuguese media, that Porto's Champions League is the Portuguese league. So Porto will focus on the championship, on the league. So I ask you, for Liverpool, which competition the club?
Oh, tomorrow night for the Champions League. Yeah. Tomorrow night for the Champions League, and then on Sunday for the Premier League, and then we will see where we can play.
Okay, sorry. Any final gentlemen at the back, and then we'll finish with Gibbo, because we've got James Milner still to come in as our player. If we can just get the
and that's a real highlight, James. Any difficult question, hopefully give it to James. He is prepared.
So I need the microphone. Sorry, sir. You need the microphone, and we won't be able to hear you at the front. If you can just...
You have a microphone, but it doesn't work.
Yes. Works for him. Yes.
Pep and Herrera are back in the squad, 2 key players for Porto. Does that change your strategy potentially to some extent?
Sorry, no, the start I didn't get. Could you please, you must have now enough pictures that I can hear the question.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you until he starts again clicking.
All right, I can repeat. So Pep and Herrera, 2 key players, are back in the squad for the second leg. Does that change your strategy to some extent for tomorrow's match?
No. Oh no, we know that already since we played them. It was clear that
but the way you're gonna prepare for the match.
Of course, they are really good, really good players, and it makes all the difference. How we spoke about it. Of course, then Pepe comes in the team and can play centre half. Militao can play right fullback. That changed everything. So and Herrera in midfield, that changed everything. They have the way they build up is different. The way they are used to each other, Danilo and Herrera, that's all different. So there are a lot of things that change, but that doesn't change our strategy, because our strategy is anyway. Therefore, a team who plays with not only but as well Pepe and Herrera. So that's no, we knew it after our game, because they were suspended and both suspended or injured, one don't know, but they couldn't play. That was clear, and was clear next game they are fit again, and so that's why we are prepared for that. Should be prepared for that.
This will be the final question for Mr. Klopp from Anfield Round.
Hi. Last year's one to Kiev was glorious for Liverpool fans, but very expensive as well. A few still paying off credit cards. This year you're doing it again. It must please you that at a time when there's even top clubs struggle to sell out allocations, that you know tomorrow Porto will be full of Scousers and the stadium will be again. That must give you a huge boost as manager and players to know you have that support.
Oh, I thought about that when why did I think about that? When I came from out of the plane and walked to the bus on the airport, really I thought about it. That's unbelievable that we are here again all together. It's really brilliant. It's unbelievable. But the trip, the journey we made with each other in the last couple of years is really amazing. And the Champions League, we all know it was always. It's one of the best songs, obviously, what we have. We conquer all of Europe. Honestly, we don't conquer really, but sometimes we are at least there and play football. And yeah, it's brilliant. Thank you to all of you. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't know.
We're poor, but very grateful.
Yeah, well, that's how I started. So,
thank you very much. Cheers, guys. James Milne will be in a couple of minutes. If you can wait where you are, that'd be great. Thanks. Bye.